Today we're going to review how your employees and team members can use the compliance portal to take security training and review the company's security policies and procedures to make sure that your organization takes on a more security conscious posture and begins to more securely protect your and your customers' data. Your team members will go to the portal that you've logged into before with the credentials that you provided them, typically their email address that you've given them, as well as any password you've established, and they'll log in. Everybody gets their own unique login credentials. The two tiles available to them are the Policy and Procedures tile and the Education Center. We're going to jump right into Education Center by clicking on this tile, and this is where your team members will take the cybersecurity training. As we talked about in the past, it's a 1-hour course comprised of 4 15-minute segments. In any one of those segments, your team members can go back, review, retake sections of it until they successfully complete the training. There's also 2 other tiles I'll talk about in a moment. Let's jump into cybersecurity training for a moment. There's a quick overview. Again, it's a 1-hour class, 4 15-minute segments. Generally, people take about 1 to 2 hours to complete it. That's all determined by how long they spend on a section, if they need to go back and do a refresher, etc. They'll click down here to take and access the security training class, which opens another window. And again, it's a brief overview, as you can see, a few screens that will explain what's going on. They click on this security training link down here at the bottom, and this then takes you here, step 1, step 2, and step 3, yet again explaining what's going on. We're looking to shorten this process up a little bit in the near future. And then they'll click on Employee Security Training. And this is where training begins. This is where the coursework opens up, and they'll go about taking the classes one at a time. They'll go through all the coursework. It seems like a lot, but again, they're very digestible segments. The entire process takes about an hour. I'm going to go ahead and exit this activity now. And I'm going to close this window, and I'm going to go back here to this. This is when we logged into the Education Center. Again, if I first go back to the home, this is this tile here. Click on Education Center. The other 2 areas, we clicked into security training before. The other 2 areas are the newsletter and the micro training. The micro training is a weekly refresher, we call it. After they do their security training, they will get weekly refreshers in their inbox. And they are 30 to 90-second videos every week that lands in their inbox for them to review, just to keep security awareness front and center in their mind. So as they're performing their duties, they're always security conscious. It's imperative. A secure organization is one that's always aware of the security needs of the organization. And micro training does that. It's sort of like algebra when you were in high school. You can certainly remember the Pythagorean theorem back in high school, but I'm loath to believe many people would remember it today if they're not using it every day. So micro training is about using it every single week, even though you might have taken the training a year, 2 years ago, 6 months ago, whatever. And the newsletter is a monthly newsletter that comes out that lands in your inbox. These tiles are available so you can go back and review any of them if you like, but these 2 will land in your inbox. And that's all there is to security training. It's very simple to do. At the end of the training class, they will get a certificate, and you as a manager will have a report on everybody's status, who took the class, whether or not they're in the middle of taking it and where they are, and you'll also know those who haven't yet taken it so you can remind them. The other area that's important to know that your employees will have access to is the policies and procedures. Now, this area is important because these are all the policies and procedures you developed or we developed in conjunction with you that protect your organization, the policies and procedures that they must follow. Now, while it would seem you'd go into the security policies and procedures tabs, that's not where the custom policies are, or the ones that you've then uploaded. Those will be in here, other policies and procedures. And when they click in here, I have a couple of samples in here, but yours will be many, many more than this. And in here, your employees can click on any one of these documents and review it. I'll open one as an example, and they will review that. Oh, sorry about that. And they'll go ahead and review that. I had Word open. I'm going to go ahead and open it now. And they will take a look at the custom policies and procedures that were created just for you or that you created for your organization. And this is what they'll go through. They'll make sure that they read and understand. This, again, is one of the policies that we provide. And after they go through reading it, and after they go through reading all of them, then they will attest this checkbox here to having read, understood, and agreeing to comply with all of the policies and procedures. Once they check that off and click submit, they are attesting to the fact that they understood and will comply with those policies and procedures, and the company will have an audit trail of who within the organization has gone through it, understood, and has agreed to comply. It is a terrific management tool for leaders. It is a terrific tool for your employees to have constant access to the policies and procedures of the organization. It's that simple. That's it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help.